Good morning. It is 11:19 on Sunday. I am going to turn my air conditioning down a little bit. Keeping my car running because it's warm in here. It's like 22 in here right now. I found a shady spot under a tree. It is currently around 17 outside right now. It's supposed to get up to like 27 today. I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. I have to go home and put shorts on later. So, anybody watching, it is bright. How you doing? How's your weekend treating ya? Hope it's being kind. Maybe you're relaxing. Maybe you're puttering around the house. Maybe you're puttering out in the yard. That's what I intend to do today. After I clean my kitchen. I've got like seagulls hovering over my sink. There's so much crap everywhere. So yesterday, Monkey and my buddy and I walked down to the Rib Fest. And maybe I'm petty, I don't know. But when we got there, there was a sign, as there always is, a sign for, it's the Kinsmen that run the Rib Fest or whatever. I don't know. They're always out front anyway. They greet people when you come in, and for the what? More than 16 years that I've lived here. I always go to Rib Fest. It has never been like an entrance fee. There's like I said, the Kinsmen sit up front and they greet everybody coming in, and there's like a donation that you give, right? Whatever you can. It's not a set amount. Whatever you can. And I usually try to give whatever change I happen to have in my purse. And if I don't have any change, then when I leave, I have change. And I'll give them whatever change I happen to have as I'm leaving. So always give something, right? We get there yesterday, and they have this great big sign that says, you know, a donation of $5, $10, whatever the hell it was. And then I heard somebody say something about their kid being 13. Well, he gets in free. What? I'm sorry, what? So I get up to homeboy at the table, and I said, I'm sorry. I said, is it a mandatory donation this year? Because that's kind of a contradiction, right? He goes, oh yeah, everybody has to get. Now, whether he was being facetious or not, I don't know, but he said it very dry, very straight tone, very, you know. I took him literally, and I was like, really? Because it says donation, as it always does, up on their little plaque. But a donation isn't mandatory. I said, if it's mandatory, that's an entrance fee. It's not a donation. And you're telling me how much to give. Like that's an entrance fee. That's not a donation. A donation is voluntary, and it's whatever you can afford. And he goes, oh, well, you know, it goes toward the list of people they had up on their plaque or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And I grabbed Monkey and I said, we're going across the street to the ice cream. We're getting ice cream. Change plans. Come on, everybody. I'm not doing that. So, choking. So we didn't go to Rib Fest. Because I'm not paying to go into a public park. Like, no. I mean, Rib Fest is super expensive, okay? The ribs alone, if you buy ribs, stupid expensive. It's got to be damn near $40 for a full rack of ribs. I think last year when we went, did I buy ribs last year? I can't even remember. I think I did. I think I bought Boo Boo ribs, or Boo Boo bought his own ribs. I can't remember. Somebody got ribs, like a half rack, and that was like $25 or $30. Like no sides, nothing, just the half rack of ribs. So, you know, if you go to any of the vendors and buy anything, that's expensive, which I get. A lot of it is handmade stuff. You know, like signs and whatever, posters and handmade knickknacks and whatever. And a lot of it's really, really pretty stuff. Like really different, really, you know, stuff you're not going to find in a store. It's like Etsy type stuff. Like, you know what I mean? And, although they're really fun to sit and chat to. They love to talk. My buddy was there for forever last year talking to this woman that was running this sign thing. We're like, okay, we're going to do a few laps around the park. Like, have fun. And then there's like henna tattooing and face painting and all this kind of stuff, right? So, and of course the food and the cold drinks, like the iced lemonade, the ice cream, the moose tracks, all that stuff, right? So it's expensive. I'm not paying an entrance fee to get in, to be like, that's stupid. The only time you've ever paid an entrance fee to get in to Ribfest is at night when you're going to go see the bands that play, right? And I get that. That's fine. But there was nothing in any of the advertising that I'd seen for Ribfest this year that said there was like a mandatory entrance fee. There's no such thing as a mandatory donation. Get the fuck out of here. He handled that wrong. That's like sitting in church, and when the collection thing comes, you can't donate, they kick you out of the church. Like, it just doesn't happen. That's not how donation works. But anyways, we went across the street to the ice creamery. That place is fantastic. Again, very expensive. The three of us each got like a small cup, and it's still a decent size, but their small cup of ice cream. And for the three of them, it was like $20. So, I mean, it's expensive ice cream. But again, that's homemade. It's different ice creams every time you go in. Like, they're fantastic, and they're a good time too. They like to joke around and have a good time. So we walked over there, and as we were walking over, this woman was pulling out of their driveway. And she was like, are you going to the ice creamery? And we said, yeah. And she says, well, they don't open till 1. We're all grabbing our phones. What time is it? We had 15 minutes to kill. I was like, that's fine. There's a shady spot in front of the store. We'll go sit in the shade and shoot the shit, have a cigarette, whatever. So we went and sat down at one of the picnic tables in the shade. And, I gave Monkey his phone. I was carrying his phone because he didn't have any pockets. And I gave him his phone so he had something to play with. And my buddy and I just sat down and had a cigarette. We're all talking, whatever. And, you know, everybody that wasn't going to Ribfest suddenly showed up at the ice creamery. And they're lining up and whatever. We're sitting there. Likes the shade. And then the people that work there rolled up and went in and, you know, did their thing, did their tidy up and got their till sorted and whatever. And they all three of them popped their head out the door. They're looking around. And, you know, everybody's like trying to like charge the door. It's so funny. I do not miss working in retail. And they're like, hang on a second. If you guys don't mind, the lady says there's 3 people over there at the picnic tables that were here first. We're going to let them in first. And we all kind of went, yeah, buddy. So we go in. And, we wished everybody good morning, whatever, a little bit of small talk. And then she starts listing off all the ice creams that they have for yesterday. And one of them, so happy. One of them was a Southern Comfort ice cream. Are you shitting me? And my buddy's like, is it like it has SoCo in it? And she's like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, I know what I'm getting. There is no question. No thought behind it at all. Absolutely. I want me some SoCo flavored ice cream. Yeah, I do. So, Monkey ordered his ice cream. He got cookies and cream. I ordered my SoCo ice cream. And I don't remember what my buddy got. Oh, my buddy got the mango flavored ice cream, which is also really, really nice. So, we get outside, we get back to our picnic table, and we sit down, chow it out on this ice cream. And I said to Monkey, do you want to try my ice cream? And he looked at me. He goes, there's liquor in it. And I said, there sure is. Do you want to try some? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you do. So I slid it over to him. I said, take your spoon, take a wee taste. Go for it, my son. We didn't make it to Rib Fest, so. He liked it. It's like, yeah, you do. He said, this is really good. Yeah, it is. Just wait till you're 18, my friend. It was so good. I had to drive a little bit later on yesterday, otherwise I would have gotten like 2 more. They were so good. I will be looking for that again this summer, let me tell you. I will be buying some to bring home. That'll cost a pretty penny. But that is okay, and that'll be mine. It will not be communal. It was so good. It was totally worth the bullshit at Rib Fest to go across the street and get SoCo ice cream. Oh yeah. So we finished our ice cream, and then my buddy he walked back to my house, and Monkey and I walked down to the Timmy's, and I got him a frozen lemonade. I got myself a coffee, and then we walked back home. And Monkey went in the house, and I just sat out in the backyard with my buddy for a little bit. Excuse me. Caught up on the Twitter a little. And then I decided to hit Lowe's and get my flower baskets. I hadn't gotten any flower baskets yet this year. This is really late for me. I usually have them after May 2/4. So I went out. My buddy went home, and well, I mucked around on my laptop a little bit. I got I got yesterday's vlog up while we're sitting in the backyard, and I turned around to my buddy and I was like, I don't have any flower pots yet. Like, I cannot sit back here and enjoy my yard when there are no flower pots. Like, I just can't. I think I'm gonna do that. So he went home, and I told the boys where I was going, because, respect. And tottered over to the Lowe's, and I spent way too much money on flower pots. I bought like 6 flower pots. I swear to God, they were 6 of the most expensive flower pots in that joint. Holy crap. but they're so pretty. Everything's blooming, everything's big. Like, I got this really nice one for the 2 front porches that have, what do you call them? Ferns in the middle. And then, I don't know what these are called. They're vines, though. And the more sun they get, the more they explode. And they climb. And they've got, these ones have big red flowers on them. They're so pretty. And everything was all freshly watered, so I didn't have to water anything when I got home. That's a catch-22, because I don't like my car getting all mucky, but at the same time, I don't want to sit there and, like, water the shit out of these dry-ass plants. So, whatever. But they weren't wet enough that they were dripping or anything. They were wet enough that they were stupid heavy, but they weren't, like, soaking my car or anything. Because they didn't all fit in my trunk. I had to put, like, 2 in my trunk, 2 in my back seat, and 1 up here on my passenger seat. Nothing got wet. So that's good. I didn't even have to vacuum out my car yesterday. It was perfect. Because I like me a nice clean car. I actually just cleaned my car the other day. I would have been upset if I had to clean it again. I got those 2, and then I got 2 more. I had, my buddy put some hanger things up on my backyard fence for me. I don't know, like a couple weeks ago, I guess. I've had them forever. I just never put them up because I don't have tools. And he put those up for me, so I got 2 baskets for those. And those are red and white because, you know, Canada. And then I got 2 really pretty and both very different. But the same color. Somehow that happened. Plants, pots for on my patio, or my covered patio where I sit. And on there I've got like potted raspberries and blueberries and black raspberries, chives, mint, chives, and then I've got these 2 pots that I bought. I do want to get 1 more like small flower pot for this wood stool. Like, it's actually a step, like a 2-step ladder, but it's wood and it's painted. And I just put my what do you call them? Mosquito candles on there. And oh my goodness, I'm out of breath. And last year I put a little tiny flower pot on there, and it looks so cute. I would like to do that again, but we're gonna have to wait till I get paid again, because I spent way too much money on these flower pots yesterday. But I enjoy them so much. I like to go out in the evening and water them, and water my lawn, you know, pick at some weeds, and I don't know. Even during the day, if I'm off, or like on a weekend and I'm just sort of chilling in the backyard, I just love to periodically get up and tinker around and do shit and go back and sit down, have a cigarette. You know, it's my jam. So, yeah, it's embarrassing how much money I spent on these flower pots, but they look awesome, and I'm so friggin' happy with them. So I don't even care. Don't judge me. And then last night, the boys and I sat down and we let Monkey watch the season finale for season 3 of Stranger Things. And then we started season 4. And I was very confused for the first 2 episodes. There's lots of callback to season 1, and I don't remember much of season 1. So Boo Boo's like trying to catch me up and remind me of things and whatever, and I'm like, okay. Like season 3 kind of wrapped up a lot of season 2. So I'm thinking season 4 is now wrapping up a lot of things from season 1. I don't know. But the boys watched 2 episodes of season 4 with me, and then they were done. They'd had enough because they're weak. And so I watched 2 more. And then I went to bed. I was tired. Oh, and before I forget, for all the fathers out there, because the majority of my viewers are men, so happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I put a post up on Twitter and my Facebook, actually, and then I sent it to my boyfriend, cuz it said something along the lines of, it's Father's Day, thank a motherfucker. There's a picture of Samuel L. Jackson on it. It was epic. It made me so happy. I posted that everywhere. Everywhere. What I kind of wanted to do, because I sent an email to my dad this morning, wishing him a happy Father's Day, and you know, catching him up on the kids and whatever. What I wanted to do was put that name in the email. I mean, he'd have been all like, ooh. And then he would have laughed at it. He doesn't like the F-bomb at all. And I use it all the time. I have since I was like 11. I just stopped caring. You know, I would cuss around my parents. They would, you know, smack me up the back of the head. He'd be like, all right, well, you know, whatever. Feel better? Still gonna say it. I remember my mom used to wash our mouths out with soap. And I kind of got a liking for the soap. Like, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, they gave up. They gave up a long time ago. But yeah, I kind of thought, nah. Nah. I always forget where it is my dad lives at. It's not Ecuador. I always want to say Ecuador, but it's not. Costa Rica. That's what it is. My dad lives in Costa Rica. That's what it is. So I haven't seen him. Monkey's 13? So I haven't seen him in about 12 years. So I have no idea what his humor is anymore, but back in the day, yeah, he'd scowl and then kind of good one. Like one of those. Simply because he doesn't like the F-bomb at all. You can say just about any other word. You can even drop the C word. He does not care. But the F-bomb, that's a no-fly. That is a no-fly. Unless it comes from me, because he's learned. I don't care. Smack me up the back of the head, stick a bar of soap in my mouth. I don't care. I'm still going to use it. I don't care. When I went for my job interview for the job that I do now, I must have talked with my boss for like an hour. And about a half an hour in, I was like biting my tongue and really trying to pick my words because I'm me. Halfway through the interview, I don't remember what she said to me, but I was like, fuck yeah. Shit. And then the floodgates open. It's like, once you let one fly out, I mean, it just keeps going. It's like, I'm killing myself laughing. I'm like, I just fucked this job interview. I'm so sorry. No job for Jen. And she started laughing. She's like, it's fine, I don't care. Just don't do it in customers' houses. I've been known to do it in customers' houses. Not the F-bomb. Not the F-bomb. If I feel that one coming, I leave. It's also why I don't talk to the customers very much. There's one customer, I don't like her. I can't stand her. She's a whiny thing. She's horrible. None of us like her. She's very entitled. She's very, very... But her, I can cuss around. She don't care. It happened, the first time it happened, it was totally by accident. Because, like I said, I don't generally converse with the customers. I'll say good morning, good afternoon, whatever, and then it's head down to the bathroom. So, because not only the cussing, but like I said, a lot of our customers are extremely entitled and treat us as the help. And I don't have much control of what comes out of my mouth, especially when I'm irritated, so I just don't talk. It's safer. But this lady, I can't remember what she said to me. We were talking about medical stuff and dealing with doctors and specialists and advocating for yourself and all this kind of stuff, which I get very passionate about. I get very worked up about. It's a thing. And I think I dropped asshole or assholery or something to that effect. And I immediately kind of went, oh, sorry. I said, well, I don't care. Like, cool. So I'm not too careful when I'm in there. Except for the F-bomb. Because, yeah, a lot of people, that's a no-fly zone. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. My kids are allowed to swear in the house. I don't care. It depends on context. Context is key. They're not allowed to call each other assholes or dumbass, or they're not allowed to badmouth each other. Put each other down. They're not allowed to say the C word, because that is the word that I will smack you for. I don't care who you are. And they're not allowed to drop the F-bomb. They are not grown enough to drop the F-bomb in my presence. You need to be out of my house and self-sufficient before you can drop the F-bomb in my presence. And they both do it from time to time. Now, Monkey does it. He gets a very stern look. I don't do the mouth washing thing. I don't give him, but I let them know. I let him know. Not cool, bro. Not happy. And he immediately... It just came out. I'm like, I get it. It comes out. It happens to me all the freaking time. Like, I get it. But it's one of two words I've asked you not to use. The C word you can't use ever. I don't care who you are, how old you are, what your station is. I will smack you. That's just, yeah. But the F-bomb, nah, whatever. Just setting boundaries is all. You need to be grown for that. Boo Boo will drop it from time to time and then be like, "Oh, I pay rent." In my house. You're still with mommy, okay? Mommy still buys your groceries. Mommy still cleans the house. Like, mommy does everything, okay? All you do is pay for a room that you can't even keep tidy. Never mind clean. You can't even keep it tidy. It smells like butthole. Like, no. You're not grown enough to drop an F-bomb around me, child. He's like, I'm 22. I don't care. You could be 42. I don't care. But them's the rules, son. And him I will smack up the back of the head for it. Because because it's funny. Shit, are we at the 30-minute mark? Oh my lord, that's a long vlog. I'm gonna bounce. So anybody watching, if you've made it to 30 minutes, I am unbelievably proud of you. I should start time stamping my videos. I don't know. Break them down a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna bounce. So anybody watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Don't say any C words. And we'll talk later.